This is verse 35 of the 22nd chapter, Gospel of Matthew. Jesus is interacting with the religious leaders. He's been dealing with the Sadducees most recently and disposed of the question that they raised. The Pharisees, aware of that, not minding the fact that Jesus had rather bested the Sadducees because they differed so sharply in their understanding, send now another question. Of course, the Pharisees still have a bit of a malicious intent, but the common view among commentators is the person asking the question probably didn't have quite the same malice and may have been driven by a certain degree of actual sincerity. Mark certainly gives that impression. Matthew leaves it a little bit more sterile, but nevertheless the question is put to him. So we have kai, connective, epeirotesen is rooted in erotao, means to ask. This particular word for ask usually implies a question between equals, as opposed to aiteo, which suggests a question posed by a person of lesser status to a greater status. Now we have the epi at the beginning here, which adds a little bit of an edge to it, suggesting more of a sharp question, a cross-examining question. And so Matthew is at least implying that there was a bit of a question of challenging him. And of course, the later word pyrodzone makes that even more clear. So we have epirotesen. He asked. Hase is the word for one, ex auton, of them. Some manuscripts include nomikos, a lawyer, one who's familiar with and expert in the nomos, the law. So one of them, a lawyer, asked, pyrodzone, testing or tempting. Pyrodzo means that idea. It doesn't necessarily mean enticing or seducing, but it is a notion of a test, and auton, the direct object, him. So the third question that's being raised now at this point is going to be once again a question challenging Jesus. And yet Jesus, at least in Mark's version of this, seems to appreciate the question and actually says to the lawyer who raised the question that he's not far from the kingdom of God as he gives a response to Jesus' answer.